Hello, everyone. This is Ale, and I'm happy to receive you here. And thank you for your patience, and thank you so much for being in time. It's so beautiful that we have just a moment with my sound. Is that okay for all of you to listen to me? I just got this amazing microphone. I want to have a crispy voice while I'm talking with you. Thank you so much. First of all, I'm super happy that I have this opportunity in order to nerd. I love to make this because I'm a really nerd. I like to read a lot of books, and I like to explore even more with all the information that is coming to my field that is regarding the topic of today, that is towards nutrition and in a ceremonial aspect. Is any all of you? I only know a few of you. If all of you having experiences with ceremonial or psilocybin, ayahuasca, if you could just raise your hand if you have it, and if you not, just say no. Okay. Also, like today, because we are not in this moment so many, you can just open the microphone in case you want to just reply. I'm gonna be here just talking a little bit. So in order to start, I'm gonna introduce myself before we keep going. My name is Ale. I am based in Berlin. I'm from Argentina, and I'm working with nutrition. I'm making guidance, detoxification. I'm a plant-based chef, and suddenly all this information started to mix as well. Since 11 years, I'm into ceremonies, and I started to navigate about how is it possible to keep working in our body through the detoxification, not only in the ceremonial days, in the 2 days or in the 5 days retreat. So also, how can we prepare the body from before? So in order to bring a little bit, I came into this world because I had to learn how to heal myself, as many of us that we are getting into the field of nutrition, because I was having different kind of effects in my gut, and I was suffering from kind of, let's say, eating disorders because I was afraid of eating unhealthy food. That's why the places where I was living, it was full of food, full of pesticides. And I was even getting more informed about what are the effects on the food. And I was super scary about eating food because I knew that, unfortunately, not all the places in the world has the same privilege to have organic or are close from places where we can have clean labels. It is known, when I'm studying even more from the ingredients that we can have in the United States are completely different than the ingredients that we can have in Germany, for example. And that makes a lot of dissociation in the type of food that we are eating. It's not the same eating junky food in many places here in Europe than eating junky food in the States or in Argentina or in Brazil. And unfortunately, the junky food in some places are even more healthy than the healthy food in another places. Eating the cheap ingredients here in Germany or Holland are the highest standards from Argentina, from Brazil, from Uruguay. And that is really crazy that is happening. So, and this is part of how I started to navigate and to learn even more and to bring the information in order for us to be aware about what is the type of food that we want. So I would like to open this beginning of our encounter to write, if you can write, what are your intentions of attending to this class of today, and what are the possible doubts that you could have. What is, from where is coming your curiosity? So I can be having a guidance because I love to see who is behind the screen. And also, where are you coming from? Where are you based in this moment?
You want
Yes,
us to type?
Justin.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Justin.
Hi. My name is Justin. I'm in New York. And I started following on Instagram. I think it's, what is the group, the name?
Soul Medicine?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, I was interested in maybe in the future come to a retreat in Mexico but yeah, I'm working with psychedelics and but I haven't learned too much about the nutrition side. And so I'm just here to learn and learn more about it. So.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Amazing, Charlotte. Thank you so much.
Maybe I can say something. I'm David. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm actually going tomorrow to the retreat. So yeah, this is like the last series of be attending before the retreat. So I'm quite excited. And yeah, maybe I should have done this session way before going to the retreat, because then I would have learned maybe much more how to prepare from a nutrition side of things. But still, I think I followed a little bit the steps that were written in the description what to do, but I'm very excited to hear what you also have to say about today. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, David. Are you coming to which retreat, from Soul Medicine or from Kiyumi?
Soul Medicine.
Soul Medicine. Amazing. We're gonna see tomorrow.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
Yes. Beautiful.
Are you're driving there tomorrow, or you're already there?
Tomorrow I'm going during the morning to the place in order to start making all the preparations. Yes, we're gonna see each other there.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you so much for sharing. And also, Charlotte, thank you so much for writing. Charlotte also came to one of the retreats with Kiyumi, and was amazing experience also to be nourishing and bringing some of the food, some of the magic that I have the privilege to learn and to express through my love codes. And so thank you also for coming till here.
Very well. Hey, hi. I'm
Hello,
Chema. How's it going? Well, my name is Germán, but I go by Chema. And I'm here because I'm very curious, like in the hometown, I'm in Mexico, and in my hometown, there's like a lot of ayahuasca retreats. So I'm just trying to learn a little bit, like just getting as much information as I can, because I've been like, I'm super curious about like doing one of these retreats over here. And also, like, I have a bunch of friends in Sayulita, so maybe I'll just like stop by over there and do one of the psilocybin ones. But yeah, I just want to feel like I know what I'm doing. That's why I'm here. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Also, it's so beautiful to be in front of people that want to keep learning. Inspire me a lot in order to be a channel for bringing the knowledge that we have. So I will keep going with all the information that I was preparing for you. So in order to start, one of the things that I've been paying attention, and during the different retreats I was participating as well, taking a look about the people that are facilitating on the retreats, and checking and reading because one of the skills that I have because of my detoxification programs is the ability to read faces of people. And because in the face we have the reflex area from the different organs, you can have a little bit of mapping about what is going on with the different people. So from there, there is a possibility to check how is going the kidney, or what is happening with your gut, or what is going on with your liver. And whenever that you are studying even more and you are making the different trials and learning, you are able to take a closer reading about the present moment, just to check in the face of the person. The same that my next training that I want to check, that is a really high tech, is the areology, that you can read the iris of the person, and from there you have a really, it's like a picture of the health of that moment, and that is amazing as well in order to read. So I've been paying attention with all this experience, and that's why I found it amazing that with soul medicine we are having this opportunity to bring a holistic approach, and not just facilitating a medicine, just facilitating the plants, because this is going to be only one petal of the flower of the full process. For us, it is really important that we can keep communicating that we are part of a system. Since the last few years, there are with many systems in the medical community, everything has been dissociating in parts. So whenever you go to a professional, it's gonna be just paying attention to one organ without paying attention that this is part of a system, that one functioning of one organ is going to be maybe affecting another organ, and we are the full spectrum working in the same moment. So the same as our machine, our bodies is working, we are having the same approach as well with while we are attending to ceremonies, paying attention that when we are talking about food, there are like different elements that food in our system of beliefs means. It's not only about the food that we are eating through the mouth. It's also the food that we are consuming with our eyes. It's the food that we are consuming with our skin. When we're talking about our eyes, is what is the quality of information that we are eating, because even that we don't want, whenever that you are watching certain informations, like let's bring the case of news. Whenever that you are having news, and we are now in a really important moment also, that with different events happening in the world, this information might create different hormonal movement in our body that is creating addiction to watch news that maybe are really hard to process. It's this sensation that suddenly you cannot do anything, but you want to be informed, but you cannot you just want to know what is going on. So this is creating information around with your hormones, where the system is getting into a stress level, while our cells needs to be in a calm level in order to rest. So whenever also that we are in environments that are under stress, for example, maybe doing a job that we don't like, or we are having situations with a flatmate or discussions with family, this sensation of our body is creating that we are under stress, and we need always to be in a place where it's calm as maximum as possible, so our body has the wisdom for regeneration. This is one of the foods that we are talking, and I'm going to be guiding the different type of foods in order to get at the end to our process, that is the ceremony. So the other part that we are talking about the food is what is the quality of food that we are putting in the skin, because we have one of the biggest organs in our body is our skin, and it's a really quickly absorption. If you are familiar with LSD, you can have the information about the creators. The discovered is just how this substance appeared is because the person that was developing the formula just dropped some LSD in the hand and suddenly went in a bike, and while he was in the bike, he started to feel all the effects. This is happening because our body can absorb really, really quickly. So this is another of the information that we need to check what type of food we are putting in our skin. And this is really important as well, because whenever you are eating food through your mouth, you have a digestive system that is going to be filtering information. But while you are putting in your skin, you don't have that system that is going to be protecting you. That's why everything that you cannot eat, you shouldn't be putting in your skin. And that is a really important topic, because whenever that you're going to be adding deodorants, the perfumes, these things that are smelling in the car, all this information are going to be affecting our liver, our kidneys. And this is something that we're going to be talking in the next topics after I keep developing about the food. After the food that we are having in our skin, after the food that we are eating, the food we are having in our hair, the air that we are having in our places, just to be opening the space, that is a really important source. Then, just a moment, that all of this is perfect. So we are having all these elements that are making our food. Then we're gonna be, it's really important that we have to be in our, as much as possible, free stress space. Why this is so important? You're gonna see that a lot of people that they have the more unhealthy habits, but if they are happy, you're gonna see how it is possible that this person is eating so much crap, is smoking so many cigarettes, is drinking so much beer, and suddenly this person is not affected. This is a big change in order to understand that when the body is happy, when the body is relaxed, when the body is comfortable in the place, it has the capacity of using the wisdom of the regeneration. So that is super important, that even that you are eating the worst, if you are feeling good, our body is gonna be saying like, I don't have a stress, I can work, I'm gonna make the best for you. And you will see that this is one of the biggest elements that you can just pay attention, and is one of the keys that they were found in Japan, in one of the cities that has the most people with longevity in the world. They realize that they are happy and they're having a nice community. This is another of the food that we need, food from our community, because we are social beings and we need to find this area in order to be connected with people that we are resonating. And this is another of the elements of the food. So we are talking about the different elements of food as a holistic way. And then we're going to start developing about what is happening during ceremonies. So by experience and talking with different facilitators, shamans, people that are medicine givers, I realized that there is a lot of focus in consuming the different plants, and without understanding 100% what is the alchemy that is happening into your body. So what I'm going to explain with this, most and almost all of them are synthesized by our liver. Our liver is our bouncer from the club, is our security guard. The liver has is with more than 500 functions in our body. And one of them is to be waiting for the next substance that is coming in order to receive it, in order to break it in parts, and then it's gonna be sending to the different part of the world, the body. As well, is gonna be the one that is receiving the enzymes that has been synthesized by the gut, and the liver is the one that deliver. Today I was thinking about that the liver is delivering, is the one that is sending the different vitamins to the different part of the body. So that's why you're gonna see why it's so important for us to have our guideline before starting in the ceremony. For me personally, this is my lifestyle, because I realize that I don't have to prepare for ceremony, because every day I'm trying to be as cleanish as possible without being radical, but as cleanish as possible. Learning that if you make it dirty, you know how to clean after. And that is super important in order to not become a dirty person, rather than I'm clean, and if one day I want to be dirty, next day I'm gonna be really clean. So I'm gonna show you, David, maybe you saw it in the guidelines for the nutrition, and I'm gonna explain a little bit about what is going on here. Just a moment. Okay. Let me take a look. This here. So I'm gonna share with you a little bit so you can just take a look about where is that? Here. So you're gonna pay attention about this is super important, and I would love, even that you don't come to our retreats, to our ceremonies, for me it's really important that people can keep learning and spreading the importance of the nutrition and the preparation of the body, because as I mentioned before, this is a holistic aspect, and they are like different petals of the flower. So, and normally we're taking around 3 days, and 3 days is the time that our body is going to be able to start making a process of a cleanse. If you can start from before, it's amazing, but this is like the 3 days that the body is going to create more space in order to receive in a better way the medicine. And when I'm talking about receiving, I'm talking about the capacity of the liver to not be overworking with toxins. That's why it's super important, because even though you are taking ayahuasca, San Pedro, peyote, psilocybin, the liver needs to be as clean as possible with less information to process. That's why you're gonna see heavy meals and fatty foods. When I'm talking about heavy meals and fatty foods, this is super important to understand that the liver is gonna be in charge of cleaning this fat. So that's why it's super important that you're not eating that steaks or burgers or fries. I don't know how is your lifestyle. I'm just going like really extreme. And also because I'm a really nerd and I love to break the rules. I've been breaking all these rules, and I've been eating the fatty food. I've been drinking coffee and alcohol before ceremonies because I wanted to see what's happening for that. And believe me, things are happening in our body, and you don't want to be dirty when you're receiving the medicine, because the medicine is going to tell you, you're not humble. You want to play with me. So I'm going to clean your body. So you're going to be puking a lot. You're going to be shitting your pants, and your body is going to be making this purge because you were not preparing your body, and your body is going to be passing through a physical cleanse rather than going deeper into the other medicine, because we can reach another deeper levels while we are making our process. Most of the time we can just go in also in our emotional body, in our spiritual body. But if the body is already dirty, medicine is going to be working in order to clean that physical dirt that is in our bodies. This is also including towards with the caffeine that is going to be affecting your liver. Alcohol as well is affecting the liver during this preparation. Alcohol, I don't know if you have this knowledge. Alcohol comes from a word in Arab that means alcohol. Alcohol means the spirit that eats the body. It is said by the people that are clairvoyants that whenever the liver is weak is when we are opening our gate of our magnetic field, and the spirits of the low astral can eat from us. That's why you can see in many places the words of spirituosen, spirits, in the drinks that are really high in alcohol. So this is an information that I've been researching and makes sense about what is my field about focusing in the liver. As well, we're going to be talking about minimized processed and highly refined food. This means the body needs to be working in less as possible, just cleaning from all the waste that we are producing. That's why we need to be as cleanish as possible, so the body doesn't have to say like, okay, I'm receiving a new information, okay, but hold on, I have a queue. I need to clean all these days, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. So in order to optimize the effects of of receiving the different type of medicine is the best as possible to reduce these type of foods, as well with the sugars. I'm gonna make a pause and then I'm gonna keep showing this image. Is everything clear till this moment? Amazing. Yes, all this information is in my heart. I'm so happy because I just put the little different dots, but everything is here. So whenever that we are talking about also the sugar, there is one important topic about sugar, and that's you're gonna see in this guide that then we're gonna share with you. You will see people talking about sugar, but sugar is like a really open word for many things. So sugar, we are talking about sugar that are processed, and that's why we have to avoid that. Justin, tell me your question. I like this hand.
Yeah. To stop caffeine, like I drink a lot of coffee. So how do you recommend stop? Because if I don't drink, I get a headache, or maybe I'm like irritable, like, you know.
Yes. You know, like this is something really common in our retreats. And this is a process that I love to break the rules, and I love to be really high in caffeine and see how can I get out of here, because I have to prove myself. And one of the different techniques that I really suggest is the body is working in the next way. Like, let's say that when you're starting the morning, your circulation will when you're adding caffeine, you are taking from your reserves for the banked reserve of justing of energy that has been there. So caffeine is going to be always asking from that energy, and one way in order to make this change is to provide to your body with oxygen. And one of the things that we are doing during the mornings in our retreats is the first thing that you are receiving is a green juice, because this is the oxygen that is gonna be giving the vital energy around your body. Okay, so you're gonna start in the process of starting to crave less caffeine, because in many mindsets is like, I need caffeine in order to start. But now you're gonna give the green caffeine that is natural oxygen. So your body is gonna be making a natural cleaning, and it's gonna start opening with a natural energy. I can also share with you different options that you can make slowly a transition in order to check that. And one of the other tricks that I discovered that is really cool is like, you start with your green juice. Okay, normally the green juice is taking 20 minutes in order to be absorbed, and when you have already the oxygen. So whenever that you're gonna take your coffee, the coffee is gonna be jumping as a trampoline from this new energy that you just absorbed, rather than going to your reserves. So you are boosting the natural energy that you got from the oxygen that you got it before. So this is like a picture of your way in the morning that you are opening the shower and you want to receive clean water, but suddenly you have like brown water. Your body is gonna say, but I want to be clean, man. So the first fuel that you're gonna give to your body is gonna be green juices, and this is one of the change that you're gonna be having. And the other is like to start making a transition that is really nice in order to be you who decides when to drink the coffee, and not the coffee to decide from you. That is one of the really nice challenge that I took it with time in order to say like, now, for example, this morning I said like, maybe I wanna drink a coffee. And then I said like, no, but I'm having ceremony in 2 days. I can wait. And I know that on Monday, I'm going to decide that I want to have my coffee and I'm going to be really happy. This is the moment when you can choose. And this is what we want to reach. That it's not bad to get the coffee. The idea is like you don't have side effects for not drinking that. So in order to work with the withdrawal of caffeine, you're going to be drinking a lot of green juices. This is going to be an amazing change. First of all, maybe you can just start making the calculation about how many coffees are you taking. So let's say that you're having 4 cups. So I'm going to say like, I'm going to drink 1 and I'm going to drink only 3 cups this week. And I'm going to be going green juice, green juice, green juice. And next week, I'm going to make green juice and 2 cups. And like that, you can keep working in order to work with the body. The other thing is like one of the elements. Hello, Valerie. One of the other elements is like you can work with valerian root. Valerian root is amazing in order to calm your body when you're having any type of anxiety for not drinking the caffeine. And this is something that when you come to our retreats, we prepare the different tinctures and essential oils. So you can just have it there and it's like, I'm feeling this. Okay, we have this medicine for you. So we encourage people to get access into the different tinctures in order to listen to the body, to see what's going on. Sometimes we are needing more water, for example, is a lack of hydration. One of my friends that I make a training, she's working on the hospital and she told me like, Ale, 60% of the people are coming because they are dehydrated. And we just put, how do you say suero? You know how to say suero? The liquid that we have, what is here? Let me check. IV
like
drip.
serum?
And they just put the IV drip and the people are feeling better, and it's because the hydration was missing. That is like one of the elements. So you can be working with that in order to keep training your body. And believe me, it's working. I got into drinking a lot of coffee, so I can say, okay, now I want to go out from here. And the green juices are like 100% effective. And we were also working in the Detox Institute in Argentina with people that were with different addictions, and the oxygen is like natural replacement for that, for your energy.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So let me check where we were before the question. Tuki, just a moment. Here. So we were talking about sugars. Okay, yes, sugar. You're gonna see a lot of people talking against of sugar in this moment, while sugar has different connotations. Imagine that sugar is coming in the fruits. This is like the natural sugar. Is a sugar that has been created by Mother Nature. I don't believe that Mother Nature, like I know we are having different changes in the variety of fruits, but Mother Nature is not making so many mistakes in order to create something that is bringing sugar to our brain with the glucose. But the processed sugars is going to be the one that we have to be really aware, and is the one that we don't want. For the people that are coming for the psychedelic retreats, and many of them are coming in order to work with different kind of trauma that is happening. Whenever that there is a post-traumatic symptom, yes, that one. Let's the PTSD. Whenever you are having a PTSD, there is because of this trauma, there is something physical happening in the nervous system. So the nervous system is dividing in 2 parts, making a hole in the middle, and this is creating the in order to cope in these two parts that has been divided, you need a lot of glucose, you need adrenaline, or you need dopamine. So you're gonna see a lot of people that after having different trauma, they're getting addicted to casinos, pornography, adrenaline. They are these junky people jumping from buildings and skates, and they need a lot of stimulus in order to keep this electricity working. So in order to start making this process for the healing process, we are working starting always from the gut. Is something that for some people is new, for some people is really old, but it's something that we need to keep working, understanding that in our gut we are producing more than 80% of our serotonin. So whenever you see some person that is under depression, you have to take a look about what is the diet. Just focus in what is the diet of that person that is getting this feeling really super sick. Most of the time, they're having a lot of withdrawal of sugars, processed information. And this is something that we are always talking in our retreats, that is like, problems are gonna keep happening. This is not this false positive life, everything is so positive, life is everything positive. No, we're gonna be having our problems, situations are gonna be happening, but there is something that we can have the control, that situations that are gonna be in front of us, we're gonna have the capacity to put our foot, and we're gonna change the prisma and the colors about how are we approaching the same problem. So situations are going to be happening, you're going to be having more capacity in order to cope, in order to solve, in order to be having more tranquility and solve the situations as a supermaster that you are. But we can take that decision in order to replenish our gut. So we're talking about gut. So when we are having more capacity in our gut with our serotonin, we are also sending information to our mental system, and in order to have our mental system in higher vibration, we can receive the medicine in a positive way. So all the information that the medicine is coming to tell us, we are having more clarity, we are feeling better, we are having a higher vibration. And when I'm talking about higher vibration, I'm talking about we all have a magnetic field. It's not something that is about crazy hippies. It's something that is tested already from Harvard. There are machines that you can see what is the bubble around us. And it's amazing that now like science is also showing that. So let me just keep going here. And we have a few minutes more. Hold on. So we were talking about the different food that we can avoid, and we need to pay attention. That is gonna be the fermented food, the meat as well, because you're gonna be producing uric acid in our body, and we need also our kidneys and our liver in the best state in order to synthesize the psilocybin and the different substances that are coming into our body. So if you're gonna have a ceremony, and this is something that I sent for the next retreat, the best is just to start training your body and getting into the calmest point before starting. Like for example, we are having ceremony on Saturday. So since Wednesday, we are changing into nourishing food and making the hydration. Is really important to be really hydrated. Like Herman, for your future research in ceremonies, just remember always bring and drink a lot of water, and that is gonna be a game changer. I've been making ceremonies with no water, and it's something that is getting stuck in the body, and the body needs to remove the substance from the body, and it's no pleasant when you are not with good hydration. So it's super important for first timers as well, just to be if you have access to coconut water as well, and to drink watermelon water, like the juice from fruits, normally from only one fruit. We try to not mix and make like 3, like many times. The idea is like the body can have access to only one fuel at the moment. So that's why, and in our retreats as well, we are using a nice pairing of vegetables and only one fruit, or fruits that are fitting, because not all the fruits can be taken together at the same time. So that is super important also. So then we are talking about the caffeine as well, because we need to have our system in a really calm state in order to be able to pay attention to the subtlety of the information that is going to come in our process while we are receiving the medicine. So we start making this transition. As we were talking with Justin, you can just start reducing step by step in order to feel and to thrive that. Like, even that I'm a coffee lover, but I said, like, I am a coffee lover, but I don't want to be a coffee addict. So I want to choose when I want to drink the coffee. So I made this process with me. This is my personal experience. So I've been just trying to reduce caffeine in order to be as clean as possible. And this is something that we can all do. So then you're gonna be having Thursday and Friday that is gonna be keeping into healthy fats as well. We take when we are in Mexico, we take a lot of avocados or nuts or seeds, tempeh or beans, just to get your proteins. Fridays is the day before. We are talking about getting tryptophans with the seeds, with the nuts, with the bananas. The tryptophans are gonna be able to give you the uplifting mood. So when we are having the uplifting mood, it's gonna be amazing when you're receiving the medicine, because you have, as I was saying, a different approach in order to process the different sensations, emotions that might come while you are under the medicine. Then Friday, just we start preparing our body with easy digestion, because as I mentioned before, we need to have a really nice circulation inside of our body. So whenever we are absorbing the medicine, everything is super clear. Yes. We are having a few minutes. We are having 12 more minutes. And I would like to be like your goalkeeper in order to receive all your doubts in case you have them. And because I'm a nerd and I love to tell about this. It's my passion, guys. Yes. So David, yes, tell me, come on.
Oh, okay. So what I don't know like how to approach this this thing, like this psychedelic journey that I am trying to like start now. I have access to like psilocybin right now, and I've been taking it like recreatively, you know, for fun, just with friends. But I'm looking, like I'm trying to I'm trying to go to like this ayahuasca ceremony that's happening like every month over here, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do it like in November or something. So do you recommend that I just like ease into it with like psilocybin, you know, like just like microdosing mushrooms, or should I just like stop and focus on one? What do you think?
It's a really nice question. I'm gonna talk about my personal experience. And first of all, it's really important to have clear what are your intentions in order to work with the different plants. Maybe now we're working with the psilocybin in a microdosing in order to see how is the effect, because it's new. Like I've been making the different experiments, just taking microdosing and going to the streets, and suddenly it was like, oh, what's happening here? Ah, yes, I'm having this sensation. Many times I was just here alone in my place and taking a big amount and see how can I work with that. And sometimes now when we are in the ceremonial, I said like, okay, I have to work with certain elements in my body that I know I recognize certain emotions, and I want to use this as a source in order to connect with myself, because this is something important that we are also talking in all in our retreats. Is like the medicine is inside of you. Just to remember, medicine, we have the wisdom and all the answers is inside of us. We are just having this information in order to have a reminder, and it's just showing us. So this is you can just make maybe some microdosing, then make a pausa, prepare with the proper food for that, to making the clean eating, and then you are already super ready to make your process with Aya Abuelita. Yes, you are. No worries. We're gonna keep going. So, David, tell me about your preparation. I'm getting there, Herman. And David, tell me your preparation about the. You said like you would like to prepare more than you were not so prepared. This is what you communicate.
No, I said I read like the things that you should eat and shouldn't eat. But I was looking forward to understanding more in depth what all those things mean and how it influences your interaction with psilocybin, with medicine. And yeah, I mean, I already eat mostly the stuff which is there, like it's very plant-based, try to eat very healthy, but I really think it's what a very big factor, which you said today, is that it's not only what you put into your mouth, right? It's also a lot of that stuff which you put in through your eyes and through your skin, and that's maybe something that I have been not too conscious about in the last time, and I really resonated with the fact that you said about the thing about the news, right? You sit in the evening and you still watch this horrible news going on, and that stuff that influences you as well, right? Like it's not only like something which the stuff that you immediately put into your gut, which I try to, balance and be well and respect. But yeah, that's a big part that makes the holistic approach more complete, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, David. This is like thank you for sharing, because this is part of the path where we are picture ourselves like the flower, and we're working in the different petals step by step. This has to be something that is as a system, as we were mentioning. And I always have the picture because I have to work with when, like in the past, I was having anxiety for results, to have them like, I want to have it now. So something that I started to use is like, this is like my garden, for example. Like I'm living in Germany, and after the winter, you have your garden that is totally, completely like that after all the cold. So I picture like, this is the garden that I'm gonna be working in this soil. I'm gonna just remove all the things that doesn't serve. I'm gonna nourish, I'm gonna put the seeds, and then I'm gonna just pour water and wait. And our work is to study the soil, to understand what is the best nutrition for our soil, what are the different elements for our inner garden, to put the water, the sun, and wait. So if we want to ask to the little plant, please give me an apple, and then the little plant is gonna tell you that, hold on, man, I'm still a little plant. Just what do you want? And we need to wait for the different seasons. So this is how our body is gonna be reacting. So the way that you are paying attention about the food is a wonderful achievement. Now, step by step, you're gonna keep going without trying to get into the final result. This is a journey. This is a beautiful journey where we have to pay attention about what is happening in the present moment. Because sometimes, talking by myself in the past, I wanted just to reach there, when the most beautiful is where I am now. And this is how it's changing also the way that I'm eating, the way that I'm consuming things. It's like how I'm building myself in order to be a better version for tomorrow, with more petals for tomorrow. So that's amazing, David. Tomorrow we're gonna rock it.
Very looking forward to it.
Just think, Valerie, do you like to share something or any doubts? We have our technicians are working for us in order to provide us with the amazing audio. Thank you so much. I have a microphone, like two microphones, my mate and my microphone.
Ale, can I ask another question?
Yes.
Because I feel like a very important fact for me also is sleep, right? Like how well is your sleep in the days? How it influences your whole day and your mood, your health, like so much which is connected to it. I don't know if you mentioned it, but which foods would you recommend to if you have troubles with that? Like, is there like something would you say, hey, if you consume certain types of food, your sleep will be impacted more than others?
Yes, like it could be, I can share with you, like it's really nice to have food with magnesium. That is like amazing in order to bring the body into the relaxing mood. Also, it's really important that you don't have your mobile phone close to your system. You need at least, let me check, 3 meters out of your field. It's super important, because one of the machines that my teacher is using was showing us, like when you have the mobile phone in less than these 3 meters, your magnetic field and your cells are in a stress mode. So it's like they are in fighting mode rather than in working. They are just waiting for someone to bomb them, because they can feel, so they are not resting. They are just in an alert mode rather than going and making the regeneration. So that is really important. Also, routers as well. Just to have routers as far as possible from your system. Now we are in places where we have everywhere, but some little things that we can choose is like, don't have your phone. And high level of magnesium food. You can just, tomorrow also or you should send me your email. I can share with you some food that I use for boosting the sleep as well. And also the time that we are eating in our dinners as well. That is super important.
So not too late, have dinner.
Yes, like the system, the human system has a clock. It's a natural clock. So we have like different moments. There is a moment of elimination. There is a moment of absorption, and there is a moment of production of what you absorb. So in the moment that we started at 10 p.m., and it's the clock that is the clock from Mother Nature. So at 10 p.m. is a moment of getting into elimination process. So whenever that you are eating after 10 p.m., all your little Davids that must be working in order to make elimination, suddenly they are receiving food and they're saying, come on, man, we have to work and eliminate, not to make the full absorption and production. It's not this time. So in order that you need to be eliminating and being in resting mode, all your little your little cells are working in order to make that process. That's why it's so important that we try to respect as much as possible that clock. If one day you make it, it doesn't matter. But there are people, and I know people that are eating at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., and that's when we're eating super late, and it's frequently, this is the increase of gallbladder stones and liver stones, and that is making that we have less absorption of our vitamins as well. So we are getting less nourished because our body needs to produce, to be working, eliminating things when they need to be resting. Yes. We're gonna have a few minutes. Valerie, you don't have access. Nura, do you have capacity to give Valerie? No? Let me check. No, we don't have it. Okay, but you can write it. If you are really quickie, yes. Okay. Perfect. So we're gonna keep talking for the next one. And Justin, anything else that you would like? Maybe.
No, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So Valerie, then we can keep talking. We're getting into our time. So whenever I'm getting into the low season with the retreats, and I'm gonna be having more capacity for making all the information that I was like just collecting about the nutrition and about all these different topics that are really common in our daily life, also because we can have the capacity to guide some people, just rather with the nutrition, just rather that people that are feeling close people that maybe they are under the different depressions, that you will see that instead of asking what are you eating, people just are having like different pills or things. And this is like a kind of the control panel of a car, when that you have the different symptoms. Instead of changing the oil, you're just buying a piece of tape that is black, and you just cover the signal about what is happening. And this is how is our approach, that we go to the different lights in order to check what we can do, and our system is functioning natural. So, and thank you so much for coming here. I'm gonna keep uploading more information. David, you're gonna be eating our food tomorrow. We're gonna be sharing space. Thank you so much. I wish you a beautiful end of your day, and to the next one. Bye bye.
Hi, thanks. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.